watching you stand alone. All of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away. Standing in front of me, every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. And I've died every day waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believe I have found you. Time has brought your heart to me, and I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
It's me particular pleasure, having lived in Wales for 40 years myself, first in Pontypridd and then in Swansea, to do a wedding last week for a couple from Pontypridd and this week for a couple from Neath. So there we go. You've all travelled quite some distance to be here, and they're very grateful that you chose to make the journey to share this occasion with them. Each of you has a special relationship with one or both of them, and your presence here this afternoon adds meaning to this ceremony and support to their marriage. In the years ahead, as they adapt to changing circumstances, it may be you that they turn to for your support or to share more good news with. In either event, your friendship and comfort will be all the more valuable at that time for your having been here today. Today's ceremony is Laura and Ryan's opportunity to make a public declaration of their love for one another and their commitment to each other in front of their family and friends, the people who are important to them. They both understand the loyalty and support that being a member of a loving family can bring, and they couldn't have imagined this ceremony without having you all here today. So in preparing for today's ceremony, I've had the pleasure of getting to know a little bit about Laura and Ryan and how they met and fell in love, and then how romantic love developed into the lasting love, which has brought us here today. They first met when they both attended Glenavon School in Port Talbot, but it was some years later that they really made contact. Facebook played a significant role in the development of their relationship, as each of them gave advice to the other regarding where to visit on their travels. It would seem that it was Laura's love of cake which started the whole thing off. Eventually, don't worry, it's quite normal. Eventually, they met up to discuss their travel experiences and found they had a lot in common. And since that time, their lives have been enriched, as you can see, by each other's company. They don't understand what's going on. And you know quite why you're there and they're not. They both have wonderful memories of holidays and weekends away, enjoying quality time together without the distractions of everyday life. Standout memories include a holiday to Croatia, a trip to Bulgaria where Ryan proposed, and thankfully for all of us, Laura said yes. But perhaps the most important event was the birth of their beautiful little boy, Sebastian, who's brought so much joy to their lives and to the lives of their families. It's the ordinary things which strengthen a relationship. Spending time with family and friends, walking, kayaking, surfing or cycling, exploring new places at weekends, or spending time quietly at home with Seb in the rare moments when they have nothing to do apart from enjoy each other's company. Laura, you describe Ryan as caring, hardworking, selfless, adventurous, loyal and thoughtful. Sounds like the ideal man. You love that he makes the most of every day. He tries to live life to the full. You love his thoughtfulness towards you that shows how much he loves and cares for you. Not with big romantic gestures, but with the little things that he does every day. Cup of tea in the morning, de-icing your car, telling that you look beautiful at least once a day, and a kiss at the start and end of every day. You love his sense of humour and you always laugh at his terrible jokes. He's an amazing dad and completely dotes on you and Seb. Ryan, you describe Laura to me as fun, talkative, pretty, easygoing, respectful, determined and simply wonderful. You love the way she laughs at your silly jokes and her many unique quirks. You love her independent and open-minded spirit and the way in which she supports you in anything that you want to do. She's very thoughtful of other people and a great conversationalist. You admire her confidence, which rubs off on you, and you love how beautiful she looks when she's asleep. Those close to Ryan and Laura know that they are strong and independent individuals. Their relationship is not just one of comfort, but of deep respect and loyalty for each other. This is a relationship not based on certainty, but on constant change and evolution. And as a couple, they believe in always being truthful to each other and always trying to make time for one another. They stand here today, looking forward to their future, to continue seeing the world together and creating happy memories with Seb and whoever else may come along in their lives. Ryan sums this up by saying that he wants to live each day like it's the last, so that he can look back and know that he didn't waste his time on this planet. I'm going to ask Alison to come forward now. That's very good. Yeah. I'm going to ask Alison to come forward and do a first reading for us now, reading The One.
The One. When the one whose hand you're holding is the one who holds your heart, when the one whose eyes you gaze into gives your hopes and dreams their start, when the one you think of first and last is the one who holds you tight, and the things you plan together make the whole world seem just right, when the one whom you believe in puts their faith and trust in you, you found the one and only love you'll share your whole life through.
I spoke briefly about how Laura and Ryan met and fell in love. They're already an established couple, but today's ceremony takes them to a new level of commitment. Their marriage is, first and foremost, a celebration of the love that they share. Today's a major event in their lives and in the lives of those close to them. That's why they asked you to be here today. Their marriage joins two people who trust the love that they've found. They built a partnership in which each can grow and be their true self, while sharing in the development of the other. And even more than that, they broaden each other's horizons. Their marriage is a statement that they have found such love, friendship and support that they wish to share this for the rest of their lives. But Laura and Ryan, no ceremony can create your marriage. Only you can do that through love, patience, dedication and perseverance, through talking, listening, helping, supporting and believing in each other, through tenderness and laughter, learning to forgive and learning to appreciate your differences, and by learning to let the important things matter and let go of the rest. You've known each other from that first meeting to this point of commitment. You fell in love and decided to marry, and from that moment of yes on a quiet ski slope in Bulgaria to this moment of yes, you've been making commitments in an informal way. The vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things we've hoped and promised and dreamed. Well, I meant it all, every word. So look at one another and remember this moment. You're about to say a few words which will take you across a threshold of life. Things will never be the same, because after today you can say to the world, this is my husband, this is my beautiful wife. Eileen, would you like to stand, Barbara, you'd like to stand up and read Eileen Rafter's poem, The Promise, for us, please.
The Promise. The sun danced on the snow with a sparkling smile as two lovers sat quietly alone for a while. Then he turned and said, with a casual air, though he blushed from his chin to the tips of his hair, "I think I might like to get married to you." "Well then," she said, "well, there's a thought. But what if we can't promise to be all that we ought? If I'm late yet again when we plan to go out. For I know I can't promise I'll learn to ignore dirty socks and damp towels strewn all over the floor. So if we can't vow to be all that we should, I'm not sure what to do, though the idea's quite good." But he gently smiled and tilted his head, till his lips met her ear, and softly he said, "I promise to weave my dreams into your own, that wherever you breathe will be my heart's home. I promise that whether with rags or with gold I am blessed, your smile is the jewel I will treasure the best. Do you think then, my love, we should marry? Do you?" "Yes," she said, smiling, "I do."
Lovely. Would you like to turn and face each other now? And I'll take those from you. Stay. And so, Ryan and Laura, understanding the beauty and strength of marriage, as well as its complexities and challenges, I'm now going to ask you to declare your intent. Ryan, do you take Laura to be your wife? Do you promise to respect her in the good times and the bad, care for her in sickness and in health, nurture her and grow with her throughout your life?
I do.
Laura, do you take Ryan to be your husband? Do you promise to respect him in the good times and the bad, care for him in sickness and in health, nurture him and grow with him throughout your life?
I do.
We do the vows now, and we'll start with you, Ryan, okay? So if you'd like to hold hands and look at each other as you speak. Laura, from this day forward,
Laura, from this day forward,
I promise you these things.
I promise you these things.
I will laugh with you in times of joy
I will laugh with you in times of joy
and comfort you in times of sorrow.
and comfort you in times of sorrow.
I will share in your dreams
I will share in your dreams
and support you as you strive to achieve your goals.
and support you
As you
as you strive
to
to achieve your goals.
I will listen to you with compassion and understanding.
I will listen to you with
Compassion
and understanding
and speak to you with encouragement.
and speak to you with encouragement.
I will help you when you need it
I will help you when you need it
and step aside when you don't.
and step aside when you don't.
I will work alongside you
I will work alongside you
to provide a loving family home for our children.
to provide a loving family home for our children.
I will remain faithful to you,
I will remain faithful to you,
for better or worse.
for better or worse.
You are my best friend,
You are my best friend,
and I will love and respect you always.
and I will love and respect you always.
Okay. Ryan, from this day forward,
Ryan, from this day forward,
I promise you these things.
I promise you these things.
I will laugh with you in times of joy
I will laugh with you in times of joy
and comfort you in times of sorrow.
and comfort you in times of sorrow.
I will share in your dreams
I will share your dreams
and support you
and support you
as you strive to achieve your goals.
as you strive to achieve your goals.
I will listen to you
I will listen to you
with compassion and understanding
with compassion and understanding
and speak to you with encouragement.
and speak to you with encouragement.
I will help you when you need it
I will help you when you need it
and step aside when you don't.
and step aside when you don't.
I will work alongside you
I will walk alongside you
to provide a loving family home for our children.
to provide a loving family home for our children.
I will remain faithful to you,
I will remain faithful to you,
for better or worse.
for better or for worse.
You are my best friend,
You are my best friend,
and I will love and respect you always.
and I will love and respect you always.
Okay. Who has the rings, please? That's lovely. Thank you. This is the point in the ceremony when we often talk about how wedding bands are a perfect circle, having no beginning and no end. But we all know that rings do have a beginning. Rock is dug up from the earth, metals are heated and liquefied, The metal is then forged, cooled and painstakingly polished, and through this process, something beautiful is created from raw elements. And love is like this. It comes from humble beginnings, forged by imperfect beings, forming something beautiful and complex where there was once nothing at all. So Ryan, will you please take Laura's hand, place the ring on her finger, and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol of all that we share.
and as a symbol of all that we share.
As you wear it,
As you wear it,
know that I love you.
know that I love you.
You are now my wife
You are now my wife
and my partner for life.
and my partner for life.
There we are. Now, if you'd like to take that. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol of all that we share.
and as a symbol of all we share.
As you wear it,
As you wear it,
know that I love you.
know that I love you.
You are now my husband
You are my husband
and my partner for life.
and my partner for life.
Just screw it on, Laura. It'll get there eventually. Should have bought a bigger size. Been eating too much foie gras. There we are. Well, that's not coming off in a hurry, I can tell you. Would you like to hold hands, please? These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your future together. And these are the hands that gently hold and will hold your children. These are the hands that will cherish you through the years and with the slightest touch comfort you as no other. And these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Laura and Ryan, you have freely consented to join your lives. You've made promises to each other, symbolised by the joining of hands, the taking of vows and the exchange of rings. And it gives me great pleasure to declare that you are husband and wife. And Ryan, you may kiss your beautiful bride. We're going to take a few moments to sign the wedding certificate, and then we'll come back afterwards for just a few closing words. And I'd like to ask Julie Kingdom and Hugh Thomas to join us to witness the signing, please. With the good wishes of all who love you ringing in your ears, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Laura and Ryan, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas. I think we're going out onto the front terrace probably for drinks, yes? If you follow them round to the front terrace for a vin d'honneur, hopefully the rain will hold off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Laura and Ryan's wedding. Many thanks to all of you who have managed to make this journey to celebrate their wedding at this beautiful French chateau. In particular, Sebastian, who didn't want to come out when he was born, but has now arrived here safely. It has given me great pleasure to lead Laura down the aisle to get married today. This is such an important milestone in her life, and Julie and I are very proud of her. As a child, Laura was very independent and always knew what she wanted. She wanted to be a school teacher from a very young age, and through her own hard work and self-determination, she made it. Through her aspirations to teach geography, it came as no surprise to us that Laura wanted to travel and see the world. With her good friend Hannah, she visited the Far East, Australia, and New Zealand. Up until then, there were no signs of a boyfriend. That was until Ryan came along. And I could see a twinkle in her eye, and I knew that something special was going to happen. Of course, they share the same interests, and it's no surprise to us that Sebastian has already been to the top of Penavan through the hard work of Ryan carrying him there. We are very proud and pleased for both of them, and we welcome Ryan to our family. Today, Laura and Ryan publicly express their love and commitment towards each other. With patience and tolerance, may your relationship develop and flourish. Please would you raise your glasses to the bride and groom. Thank you.
So this is probably the only time I'll be able to speak without Laura interrupting me. So I hope I don't mess it up. On behalf of my wife and I, we have a number of thank yous to get through, so apologies for all the toast and your arms feeling like a fiddler's elbow. I didn't suss this out with the mic, did I? Right. Sorry. Firstly, I'd like to thank Laura's parents. John, thank you for a lovely speech. Allow me to marry your daughter. On behalf of Laura for walking her down the aisle today and not embarrassing her. And we'd also like to thank you for deciding not to go to Scotland this weekend.
No problem at all.
Now, the word monster-in-law gets thrown about quite a bit these days. And it is true that on my phone, I get a picture of Beetlejuice appear when I get a call from Julie. But truth be told, I think we've got a great relationship, and anyone who can deal with my cheeky banter deserves much respect. I've got a lot to learn from Julie. Basically, for all those years that you've lived with Laura and you haven't pulled out your own hair. How you've dealt with her untidiness. The spending sprees. And how you've managed to keep her in line all those years. So I'd like to say thank you on behalf of both of us for the huge help you've been in looking after us both, and for looking after Sebastian and helping us raise him. You've been an absolute lifesaver on times. I must say a personal thank you for when Laura was in labour and you took over from me and I was able to eat my marmalade sandwiches in the corner. Saved my life. I'd like to thank you both for welcoming me into the family, for raising a beautiful, dare I say it, intelligent, kind and caring person, for accepting my request in a hand in marriage and for allowing me to be a huge part of her future. I came to notice from a very early stage that both of you were always there at a drop of a hat, willing to help out. Your kindness and generosity has not gone unnoticed and has been greatly appreciated. Thank you for everything that you've done up until now and for the future. And I'm truly blessed to have such lovely in-laws. Thank you. So I can't let today go by without thanking my parents for their love and support over the years and for obviously welcoming Laura into the family. I feel extremely lucky to have such wonderful parents. They've taught me so much and have always encouraged me to make the most of every opportunity that I've had. I've inherited and learned so much from the both of you regarding hard work, respect, manners, and being part of a family. I see you both as an aspiration and true value of love, life, and I have the utmost admiration for you. There's a bit more. Over the years, you've always been there for me, and I hope I've done you proud. I couldn't ask for better parents. Thank you for everything you've done for me, for Laura, for Sebastian, and everything that you will do in the future. I love you dearly. Thank you. So I'd like to raise a glass for the first toast to parents and family.
Parents and family.
Right, before we go any further, I guess I should start the process rolling of what got us here today. Very broke and slightly drunk. I'd like to thank two people. The first person isn't here today, actually. It's my old uni friend, Leanne. This is going back to when we were in uni about 14, 15 years ago. Laura was returning from a ladies' ascot day on the train, drunk. And as everyone knows, Laura will start a conversation with anyone. And she got talking to the girl opposite. So they started chit-chatting away, and my friend Leanne asked Laura where she was from. Laura responded, Baglan. And then Leanne replied, oh, my uni housemate, I'm sure is from Baglan. You must know him. Tall, dark hair, beautiful blue eyes, very handsome. Please do not mention the shoes. Apparently that was a mistake, but I don't think so. So Laura replied, oh yes, I know Ryan, but he's not good looking.
I didn't say it like that.
So I'd like to thank my old housemate Leanne for basically opening Laura's eyes and highlighting the fact that I was good looking. And I'm obviously the most gorgeous man she's ever met. The next person I'd like to thank is Jenna. Where's Jenna? And, well, for stalking me, basically. After Laura and I had a couple of encounters, we randomly met up in Swansea. I was with my friends, Laura was with hers. Long story short, at the end of the night, I give Laura my number. After a few text attempts, I'd probably say about 100. No, 100. She had no response and assumed that I was rude and not interested. So Jenna, blessed her, went stalking the internet and Facebook, found my number and realised that Laura had written it down wrong. But I'd just like to highlight 2 points. One, why did I give you my number and not the other way around? And 2, did I deliberately give you the wrong number? So I'd just like to thank Jenna on behalf of Laura. Thank you. So I'd like to raise a glass and toast for friends, for fun times, the support, the friendship, and the memories. To friends. Chin chin. So it was a year last February on the ski slopes of Bulgaria, as you heard, that I proposed to Laura. After she finally stopped crying, cried every day. I proposed on the last day. She started making her plans for the wedding, and it was literally on the bus from the hotel to the airport. So she's had a few plans and ideas for a couple of years now, and we'd like to thank the wedding planners, Beth, who's not here, and is Zoe around? Zoe's still doing her job? Okay. For sorting things out and helping Laura put in place everything that she wanted to achieve this perfect day and weekend. So to Beth and Zoe, well, they're not here, but need a drink. Cheers. I'd also like to thank the photographers and the videographer, David and Michael, and Michael's entourage. From what I've seen so far, you guys have done a fabulous job, and it was great to work with you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone who made it that much special today, and I'd like to start off with the bridesmaids. So to Hannah, Jenna, Felicity. Oh, there you are. Sorry. And of course, my sister Rachel. Thank you so much for being bridesmaids today. It means a lot to both of us that you were part of our special day. I know how much you mean to Laura, so for her to share the morning with you guys, getting ready, walking down the aisle with her, and tonight probably strutting your stuff on the dance floor. It means that much more to us, so thank you all. And I believe you already had your gifts, didn't you? There we go. Thank you very much. On to the Flower Girls. Is anyone, they're all out there playing? Freya's there? Okay. To the Flower Girls, Freya, Robin and Lukai. You all look very pretty and adorable today, and we just like to say thank you for being part of our special day. So thank you for that. On to the Page Boys, who are also not here. Well, those outdoor games came in handy, didn't they? Noah, who I think everyone agrees has the coolest hair ever. And to probably the only guy that'll upstage me in the cuteness department today, Seb. Thank you very much. We do have some gifts, but Chris, I'll get out to you. Unfortunately, as with all occasions such as this, we wish we could have people with us today who are not. I would have liked to have my grandpa here today, but he's too old to travel. And I don't know whether I could deal with the abuse anyway. We'd also like to say that we're missing a bridesmaid today, my cousin Fionn. After nagging me for a good 2 years to marry Laura, as I quote, "It's about time I made my appearance as a bridesmaid." She's caught up in university commitments and is unable to make it. I know Laura too would have liked some of her family to be here as well, especially her Nana Kitty and her Bamper Fred. So could I ask all guests to join my wife and I in toasting for the absent and gone but not forgotten. Cheers. Keeps on going. Oh, it's you now. Now on to my gorgeous wife, Laura. Finally the bride, and not the bridesmaid. For anybody who doesn't know, Laura's been bridesmaid 8 times, 9 times?
8 times.
8 times? Nearly 9th. But I think that just highlights what kind of person Laura is. She's so friendly and wonderful. So let's be honest, I'm not the most romantic person in the world. Any lovey-dovey stuff and I'm scrunching up my face and heading for the exit. I'd also go as far to say that we're not the most romantic couple. But I actually see this as an asset to our relationship, because when one of us does do something romantic, then it's appreciated that much more, and we both see what it means to each other. So even though we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day or our anniversary this year, mainly because we were looking after Seb that we've now lost. Oh, he's up with that, it's okay. I cherish the little things that we do. Now, probably all of you don't know this, but I'm quite a Winnie the Pooh fan. And there's a saying in the book by A.A. Milne: enjoy the little things in life, for one day you look back and realize they were the big things. And it's the little things that we do that mean so much, and it's what Laura does that keeps a smile on my face daily. For example, I've got it now, I built it up. Her Popeye and turkey laughs. Her subconscious arm scratching when she's sleeping. I don't know whether it'll work, but she just randomly goes in the night, which at 2 o'clock in the morning sounds terrible. Putting her cold feet on my back when we're in bed, and her one-liners. Her one-liners are truly something to behold. She says them with so much love, but I don't think she realizes what she actually says. They got so good that I actually recorded them down as little reminders. Here are just a few. You've got the most natural, grumpiest face. I just can't stand the thought of kissing you right now. Whilst on the phone to me, she said, I'm going now because I'm bored of talking to you and my arm aches. You stink when you drink. And my favourite, you're too close to me, you make me feel sick.
Taken out of context.
Context doesn't matter. Context doesn't matter. So I guess we're as bad as each other on the romantic front. So even though we're not romantic and I don't whisper beautiful things in your ear, I hope the following message goes some way to showing you how I feel about you. Apart from marrying you today, of course. Actually, wrote this bit down. You look absolutely stunning today. I love you in so many ways and for so many reasons because you know me and understand me like no one else ever could. Because you believe in me and care about my feelings, and because you make me laugh so hard and smile so often. Thank you for joining me on all the fun things I do and making our little adventures feel like the most exhilarating expeditions. You bring out the best in me, you're my best friend, and I honestly believe you are my soulmate. I love you with all my heart. Thank you for marrying me and for loving me as much as I love you. I know this is the continuation of many, many happy years together. I say continuation as the past 3 years have been filled with so many smiles, laughs, and happiness. I feel blessed to be able to spend the rest of my life with you, and you put a smile on my face every single day. Thank you for our little Seb Saurus. He's a little animal. Watching you with him, with all that love and energy you continuously give him, amazes me. You're such a strong, positive, confident woman. I couldn't ask for a better wife and mum for Seb. Seb is the most perfect little person. The Winnie the Pooh saying. Sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. I want to thank you for making this day so special. Your creativity, preparation, attention to detail, and coolness throughout the planning was truly amazing. Today has been absolutely magical. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you and Sebastian, and whoever else comes along. That's right. I will leave you with one final quote from Winnie the Pooh. Sorry. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus a day, so I would never have to live a day without you.
Give me a kiss after that. Thank you, it was beautiful.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the most important toast of the day. To my wife, my beautiful bride, my soulmate, to Laura.
Anyway, look, my name's Rhys and I'm the best man today. It's my privilege to be here talking to you. I was going to start off in French till I realised I don't actually speak French, which I ably demonstrated in the boulangerie this morning. I think that's some kind of carpet shop. I tried looking up the French word for best man. Google Translate, as you do. There's no direct translation, but the closest I found was témoin, which either means witness or, depending on who you ask, telltale. Now, that might have been appropriate. However, 2 factors. Firstly, Ryan's a clean living guy, he's had a sheltered existence. And secondly, it's not just him who's scared of Julie, so there's not going to be too many revelations here tonight. I'd also like to thank Ryan for managing to arrange his wedding to coincide perfectly with Wales's first participation in a major football tournament in our lifetimes. I just wish you consulted the schedule before you booked your match of the day. Get it? That's the 3rd best joke I'm going to tell today. So look, I've known Ryan for 30 years, which is a long time, whether you say it in French or English. We've known each other through nursery, through school, and then since. Also knew Laura at school, although she wouldn't ever speak to me really. So one good thing has come out of this wedding is I've been finally invited into a social circle, which is nice. Any way you look at it, it's been a long journey to get here today. I mean, literally as well as figuratively. So it's good that Ryan left on Monday, because it's the first occasion I can remember him being on time for anything since I've known him. Certainly a better performance than the stag do, when Chris and I spent 4 hours, was it? 4 or 5 hours waiting in a pub in Betws-y-Coed, talking to the world's most boring locals about every set of temporary traffic lights on the road from Machynlleth to Rhyadr. It was truly thrilling, so we haven't quite forgiven him for that, but we're here anyway. It's fitting, of course, that they're getting married in France. France is a scene of a load of happy family holidays. I mean, Ryan was practically 2/3 French gypsy when he was growing up. But it's also the place where Ryan got his first taste of work on the Glenavon Year 10 work experience trip to the charming town of Saint-Jean-d'Angely, just up the road from here. All was going well, but unfortunately, in a bout of teenage unruliness, in which Ryan might have been a ringleader and might have been the chief procurer of cheap French lager, sadly the trip's no longer permitted to run. I popped in on the way down Raya. The mayor says you are still banned from the town square, but never mind. And I wish I could say that that trip had taught him the dangers of mixing demon drink with work, but it hasn't. You fast forward 15 years from there and on a team building event in Snowdonia with his former employer, and that's important. After one too many bitter shandies, our boy here decided he took offence at something and started a fight, using what I've been advised to describe as industrial language, and violence towards the managing director of the entire company. So again, good news, bad news. The team did bond over that experience. But then Ryan was left wondering why me for involuntary redundancy shortly afterwards. So the thing you get from this is that Ryan would never claim to be a big drinker. Although, to be fair, in Neath, that means sort of 5 pints before Wetherspoons start doing the lunch menu. But if you asked him, what he would tell you, or claim at least, is that he is top of the pops when it comes to impressing the opposite sex. In fairness to him, this is the only wedding I've been to where the best man can say that at least one of the bridesmaids has had a Valentine's card from the groom. I say at least because, well, we've not bottomed it out fully yet, but it was unrequited, suffice to say. But he would often tell us all these stories and tales of daring do. The thing is, most of them happened when he was travelling, on his own, the other side of the world, in the age before digital photography. The only real proof we've got of any of this is a couple of sketchy Facebook pictures. Ryan flanked by 2 Thai ladies who look like they were having a smashing time, to be honest. And I'm not sure who was more terrified in that picture, him, or him. But what I do remember was Barbara teaching us all a lesson in social media privacy settings by liking the picture and posting a message underneath to the effect of, "Good to see you're having a nice time, son. Give us a ring when you have a chance." His early midlife crisis, as Laura likes to call it. Ryan decided that home was where the heart is, and he came back to Neath. I was surprised he stayed. No matter what passes for fashion in Australia, his taste in surfer beads and, was it a soul patch beard? It's just absurd. Didn't really go very well in Neath. But then again, home's also where you could pop down to Baglan on a Sunday for one of Barbara's 1-hour laundry services with a free Sunday lunch thrown in. So maybe it had its attractions. But if we were surprised by him coming home, we were astounded by him getting together with Laura. Not least because I'm pretty sure she dumped him already once after a brief dalliance in year 9, was it? Year 8, sorry, 13-year-old romance there. But then again, if Leicester City can win the Premiership, 2016 might just be the year of miracles. But look, seriously, it's clear to me that meeting Laura or getting together with Laura has been good for Ryan. He's a changed man. He's got carpet and curtains in his house now. He's lost that dodgy beard. The rash is gone. And he's got a beautiful son who he obviously adores. In fact, Laura said to me last night that Ryan's a great partner, he's a great father, and he's a great lover of 1980s music. Actually, that's the only time I've seen them nearly come to blows, was working out the DJ set for the discotheque later. You've never seen that look of sadness in a woman's eyes till she realises that her fiancé's music collection is 1/3 Cher, and the rest music that would have been on in the Abbey in Neath in like 1993. Don't worry, Laura, I've intervened. It'll be primarily S Club 7, Venga Boys, and Whitesnake later on, so that'll be nice. So look, they say to stop when the audience loses interest, and I can see Sebastian up there. I think something even worse has happened. So I'm just going to leave you with what little advice I've got to offer as a married man who served just under a year of his own sentence. Firstly, don't get drawn into little arguments. It's really not worth losing the relationship over. Sorry. Secondly, never ever forget that you are the lucky one. And don't push that luck if your mother-in-law's around. And finally, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to every day say those 3 little words. You're right, dear. So look, let's wrap this up. Ryan, Laura, it's fantastic to see you commit your futures to each other in a beautiful ceremony here. It was fantastic. It'll be a real highlight of my summer, unless England lose to Wales next week, in which case we'll readjust. But, you know, it'll be up there in the top 3 or 4. I know you'll be really very happy together, and I know everyone here wishes you the utmost best luck and fortune for many fruitful years together. As they say in these parts, I'm told, la vie est une fleur, dont l'amour est le miel, which either means 3 pints of lager and a sausage roll, please. Or, life is a flower, but love is its honey. So I'll leave you with that thought, and with that, can everyone please charge your glasses for the final toast of the day? To the bride and groom. And with that, I hand over.